So, Mark, why don't you go ahead and start us off with your number 9?
All right, so this game really caught me by surprise. It came out for the Switch in December 2020 and also came out, I think, a couple months ago on the Xbox, but it's Dicey Dungeons. So this Dicey Dungeons is a very simple game. It's kind of like I guess you could call it a roguelike deck builder type of game. It has a really funny theme. You're kind of trying to not escape, but you're trying to, as you progress the game, you always get to spin a wheel to try to see what you win. But unfortunately, you never win. You're always kind of stuck just playing through the game. And okay, I was like, what the heck is this?
Is this Dicey Dungeon?
Go a little further. There we go. Here we go. All right. So pretty much the premise of the game is you pick a class, and then you advance through these levels, and these levels kind of look like chutes and ladders / a little board game. So it's like you don't really have much options, but you unlock new abilities, you unlock new cards, you can upgrade abilities, and combat is just all rolling dice. So it's just
like
all dice based.
Yeah, it's like all a deck builder. Looks like
yeah. So it's a deck builder roguelike. So as you progress through the game, you unlock different classes. You start off with the warrior, who's kind of straightforward, just trying to put the highest dice on the table, do the most damage. But you can unlock different classes that are more RNG based. But it's really cool because you have an inventory, and as you upgrade items, they take up less slots, so you can get more items and abilities. And it's just a really cool little game to pass the time. So it came out on the Switch. I think it's perfect on the Switch. I know it recently came out on Game Pass for the Xbox. So so it'll probably be pretty dope on there too. But on the Switch, this is perfect. I mean, it's a perfect lightweight game that's really fun. It has a lot of replayability, and the art is just incredible. So this was a game that really surprised me. Dicey Dungeons for my number 9.
Okay. All right.
I think I downloaded that game, but I didn't get a chance to play it. So
I've seen it on the Game Pass list, but I hadn't checked it out. I think I was getting it confused with that other dice game. I can't remember what the name of it.
I didn't realize that it came out December last year, so that was definitely a 2021 game that I should have tried. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah. What about you, Ray? What you got for your number 9?
Oh, my number 9 game this year for me was Metroid Dread.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my number 9 game this year. I didn't really enjoy it at first. It wasn't until I got the walkthrough that I really did have a good time with this game. Because when I first started playing this game, I just could not, for the life of me, really follow where I was supposed to go next. I was losing my mind having to backtrack as much as I had to. I just wasn't getting or understanding the Metroid Dread vibe, which is like shoot everything, things blow up and break all the time, and that helps you progress. Like I just wasn't getting it. There was no teleport system. But once I started following a guide, like I really started enjoying. So I'd play for as long as I could. And then when I got stuck, I just look at a guide and get myself to that portion, and I'd play as long as I could. And I was really loving it in my experience with it. It made the progression much more smoother for me. It felt like a proper progression rate. And I really enjoyed the combat. I felt the gun shooting was a lot of fun. The feel of the world was a lot of fun. I liked the voice acting of the AI robot that's like helping you through the world. I thought that was pretty immersive. Yes, I really enjoyed my time with this. I liked some of the boss fights were quite a bit of fun. There were a few pretty awesome fight encounters that were really cool that I enjoyed. I never felt like they were unfair. I always felt like I could figure them out and defeat the bosses, at a pretty consistent rate. So it was just really well balanced. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good Metroid Castlevania game. I definitely think it deserves being mentioned on my list.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
What about you, Godly? What's your number 9?
So for my number 9, I decided to pick Outriders. When I think about that game, I played quite a bit of hours on that thing. Now, granted, I had a lot of complaints about it when it first came out with the shaky camera and all of that shit. There was a lot of grindy, nature to that game. Worse than some of the other games that I had played. When trying to compare it to like me or something like that. It was just like, like damn, like they really want you to do like a lot to get a little. Um, and since I originally played it, they've upgraded it quite a bit, making it a little bit more friendly for you to want to play it. But I'm already past that point. You know what I mean? But I put like a lot of hours into it. I know I put like over maybe almost 30 hours or so into that game. So trying to get the different weapons and trying to get these mythical, almost seem like mythical armor pieces, because it was so hard to find certain ones, and then finding like a cheat and then or like a hack and trying to like run that hack over and over again until I had options. You know what I mean? All of that chase was like fun when you were able to figure out like, oh, I can cheat the system this way because they're robbing us of time so much. Like I'm gonna do this over and over and over again until I get all the pieces I need to be able to try to make a build or something like that. But I mean, I allowed plenty of time on it, and so that makes it, that deems it worthy enough to be put on a list. You know what I mean? Because I definitely would not have played it if I didn't think it was good. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have given it any time. So
Yeah, I bet you it was a lot more than 30 hours. I know I put a lot more than 30 hours.
It might have been way more than
yeah. Yeah, I did enjoy it too. With all its flaws. It's such a flawed game, but it was still fun in its own right. I just kept coming back and playing it more.
Yeah, I think it was like we were kind of like in a void and kind of missed like that type of co-op shooter game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like was one of those things where like, you can kind of deal with like some of the glitches and the different issues that it had, just to be able to, play it with your friends and have some fun, you know what I mean? And the challenge was real. Like it was a real challenge because of the different stuff there. And some of those glitches made it even more tough, but it was kind of like you were willing to accept that challenge, because it's just like you just wanted to try to get better and whatnot in it. But,
and the loot chase was fun too, man. It was the gear was really fun in this game.
Yeah, the gear was pretty dope, playing with the different abilities and things like that. I really like the abilities and stuff, and being able to kind of like, that build type shit, where you could just like form like a whole bunch of builds and then they're able to like chain off of each other and make you like really wicked strong. So I had fun. So that's why Outriders made my number 9.
Nice.
So yeah.